Welcome back to Fanbase Forward, Invest, Innovate, Impact. Right now, I'm welcoming David Shands to the program. How you doing, my guy? What's up, David?
I can't express in words how good I feel, man. I'm healthy. I'm an entrepreneur. I do what I love. I have some beautiful kids, wifeys, a little snack.
You living the dream, man.
For sure, I'm trying.
I wanted you part of this conversation because you are an entrepreneur that is in the media space. And what we're doing over at Fanbase is extremely important because we are diversifying the opportunity for creators and anyone to be able to monetize their content, but actually build community on platforms like that. First and foremost, you are a Fanbase investor, though.
Of course, I'm a smart man.
You got to tell people that. We got to tell people that, man, because this event, what we're doing tonight is really we're showcasing about investing in Fanbase, but we're getting a look forward into what's coming in 2025. And so I wanted to be able to have that conversation. So talk to us about your belief in media and ownership and monetizing your content, because you have your own amazing platform and movement that you got going on. So I want you to speak to people about that, because I see you all the time giving amazing advice, amazing things going on. So talk to everybody about, the importance of media.
Yeah, I mean, media drives the world. We saw how important media was, not only in this presidential election, but media has driven the world since media was invented. I don't know, the people who control the media control the narrative, and they get to decide what the people believe. But now we're in a space where the media is in the hands of the people, so you get to create the narrative. You know what I mean? Like, I think what you've been doing is very interesting and amazing, where you are creating the conversation on what ownership looks like and how these people who blow up these platforms get nothing in return. They still get banned, they still get blocked, they still suppress their content, they still do all these things. And if you don't follow by their rules, you will leave, even though you are the one that built it. So, as you started talking, I've been wondering, why doesn't Kai go to Twitch and at least ask the question of, yo, what are we doing? Why can't I have a percentage? These people build these platforms. Why don't they even have the conversation? Or come on over to Fanbase so my investment grows.
I think it might be a little too late for Kai to go there because Amazon acquired Twitch. And so and the value that Twitch has is now in the multi-billions of dollars. And so he definitely could come to the platform and increase his value. I'm always looking for what could be the opportunity for someone like Kai to invest in a platform like Fanbase. And then, as we're only a $160 million company, which is nothing to scoff at, it can scale up to, 1.6 billion, 16 billion. And then you see, 10x, 100x your investment grow and stuff like that. So that's one of the things that I think I'm trying to get other people to realize. Something has been happening in the last couple weeks that has kind of put everybody in a tizzy, which is this OnlyFans creator named Sophie Rain. I don't know if you've seen this. She made $46 million in 1 year on OnlyFans. And everybody's acting like that is like, oh my God, like it's such a shock. But I think you and I know that content creators and people being able to pay for what they want to pay for is the future of what all this is about and why we're doing this. How do you feel about her making that type of money and other people being able to make that type of money?
I think that's where we are. There's no limit right now. There's only the limit that we place on our own mind. There's people that are going to continue to break records on social media, monetarily. And I don't know that young lady, but she's not $40 million more special than anybody that's watching this. She didn't go to a school that taught her how to be $40 million smarter than you. She doesn't bleed $40 million blood. She's a regular human being that took advantage of the opportunity at hand and understands how to gather attention. It's no surprise. It'll be somebody 50 million that comes out next week, or 100 million 3 weeks from now. There's no limit.
What do you think? So do you think the future of people making money, because Stephen A did a video last week about this. He was just surprised that she's making more money than NBA players. But I've been saying that the ability for someone to pick up their phone and subscribe directly to you, me, Kai, Sophie, a chef, a fitness expert is the future. So, I mean, how do you feel about that? Or do you think that's what the future is?
Yeah, no surprise. It's not gonna get smaller. It's not like people are gonna say, wake up one day and say, you know what? I don't like subscribing to people that I like. You're paying for something. It's like we are paying for Netflix and nobody's surprised, right? Oh, because I get to watch what I want to watch. So I'll pay for it. Jamie Foxx is my favorite creator. Bruh, if he was doing something for $5 a month or $10 a month, I'd have been paying that money for the last 25 years.
Right.
So for the next 25 years, there will be people subscribed to their favorite creator.
You often, I think, articulate the most that you just have to have the guts to charge for your content. Most people don't have the guts to charge for their content. The only difference between anybody else and Sophie Rain and Kai Cenat is the ability to say, pay me. And you might have one subscriber and that turns to 4 or whatever. But with your journey, I know you've grown. Tell us about your journey and how you became successful in building this huge brand that you have.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. It was somebody coming to me telling me that I could make money. So I was when I first started this like podcast thing, or even before that, I was creating videos in my living room, but I wasn't thinking that when I put this video out, I'll make money. I was creating it because I wanted to teach entrepreneurship. And I thought it was cool. I like the fact that people see it and they're like, wow, I like that. So I'm gonna keep creating the videos. I started interviewing people, but I was only interviewing them because they were speakers at my conference that was coming up. And I got this genius idea that I'd never seen before. I'm like, I got all these people on a flyer. Let me just do a short interview with the people that are gonna be speaking, because I'm betting that if somebody sees it, they'll want to meet the person that I interviewed at the conference, meaning they'll buy a ticket. Made a lot of money doing that. And now here we are again. And I've had a community for a long time, like my morning meetup community. It's a paid membership. But now we're at a time where I think people are starting to realize, people love me. I don't have to wait on views and streams and sponsors to come. The people that love me will pay me right now. And it's less than the amount of money that they're gonna spend at McDonald's today for the month. $5, $6, $10.
Correct.
So now when we see people like Kai and we start calculating the people that spent at least $5 or invest $5, or the people on OnlyFans where it's a small decision, $5, $10, we're in that space now, man.
So as a fan-based investor, do you have any questions for me? Because I know that investors are gonna, investors have questions, but I want you to ask me a question because you're a good interviewer and you always ask me the best question. So as a fan-based investor, what question do you have for me about Fanbase in 2025?
I guess my first question is, let's say this is early 2000, and let's say I would have invested $5,000. Is there any way you can calculate what you think that would be worth today?
That's a great question. And it's because letting people know that you couldn't invest. You didn't get notified that Mark Zuckerberg was raising capital for Facebook because it was illegal. And I'll stress this again. That's why the way that we're raising capital through equity crowdfunding for only $399 for you to invest, that is the important part about what we're doing, because we're going to continue to build the company. But I think, and what I said about Sophie Rain and OnlyFans and Twitch and Instagram and TikTok is, who owns these platforms on the back end? Who owns Tubi? Who owns these platforms? And so, the opportunity was something that people didn't know about. And now we have the opportunity to not only invest in Fanbase and then use our reach to scale and build a platform to what a Facebook could be. I don't have aspirations of, I don't even know if I could ever reach the level of a Facebook, but I won't count myself out. But I think the path is there. So I appreciate that question. I appreciate you stopping by.
Hold on, real quick, because you've not satisfied my answer just yet.
Okay.
What is Facebook worth right now?
1.5 trillion.
Trillion?
Yeah, 1.5 trillion.
Right now, Fanbase is worth 160 million, right?
Yeah, 160 million.
Let's say, for instance, I were to invest $10,000.
Yeah.
What percentage would that represent?
I can't define it by the percent, but what I can tell you is as the company grows, let's say Fanbase goes from $160 million company to a $1.6 billion company, your $10,000 would multiply times 10. Right?
Oh,
Okay. And then,
well, multiply times 10.
right.
So
And then,
a 10,000 will be 100,000.
and yeah, yeah. So then if Fanbase became a $16 billion company, your investment would times 100. So 10,000
So
times
I'll be worth
100.
$1 million.
Right. And then if Fanbase were to reach 160 billion, right, which is the value of the 160 billion, which is less than the value of Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, that is 1,000x your return. So 10,000 times 1,000, which I think is $10 million.
But that $10,000 that they're going to invest during these holiday season is not going to yield anything. And they'll actually forget about the 10,000. So the 10,000 someone spent on the holidays last year or a birthday party, they don't remember it. They don't even think about it, right?
Yeah.
That's why the reason I invested, because the money that I invested, I don't remember it. It's not like a pain point, like, oh my gosh, I still need that money back from what I don't even think about it.
Right.
I believe if we all finally get a platform that we can all get behind, how we build up every other platform, one day we'll look at the money we forgot we invested, and it will be something that's going to take care of our kids. That's what I believe.
Oh, I believe that too, and we're doing it with intention. I think that is extremely important and a gem you just dropped because that is why I pay so much attention to like what effect does Black culture and Black people and youth culture have on the valuation of social media and cult and all kinds of media in general, and that's why I want people to understand this. So that's a good question and answering a question back. I think we got it. But yeah, if you invested $10,000 into Fanbase, theoretically, if Fanbase were to achieve a valuation of $160 billion, that would turn into about $10 million, and that's why when I say the minimum is like $500, that'll turn into $500,000, and that's life changing. I can pay off student debt, buy a house. That's creating wealth for people that have never had the chance to do so. So
I love it, man. Keep it up, my brother. Congratulations, man. Just keep taking them arrows in the back, being a leader, and keep cutting down the trees just so we can walk and have a path, man. But congratulations. Keep it up, brother.
all right, man. Thank you very much, David. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, my guy. We'll be right back, guys.